Well guys, you wanted the Anime Last Stand video and now you finally got it. In this video, we're going to be using the new, rarest, strongest unit in Anime Last Stand with glitched, mind you, with the strongest trait in the game. And here he is, the strongest unit himself, Asta, with glitched, mastery, and triple SSS damage. Now, you might notice that his stats are actually a little bit lacking, but that's just because we haven't fed him yet. So let's get this bad boy up to level 85. And now look at that. He's doing 10k damage off placement. Oh my goodness. This guy is crazy. I took the liberty of making a team just for him. No, I didn't. I'm stupid. Okay, well, let's just unequip this. Gonna have Asta as our primary unit, number 1. He is the main focus of this video. Look at this bad boy. This is the Asta, the new unit that got buffed in the Black Clover update. I believe he got a new form, so you know, we're probably gonna see that somewhere later in the video. And let me just put on some random trash fodder units, you know, just in case Asta needs support. I doubt it though. Like, this guy can probably solo every single piece of content in the game, so yeah, I'm just gonna put these guys on just in case. And we do have to bring both of our farms, since I'm sure this guy's gonna be expensive. And I think the first thing that I want to do is Titan Rush, just see how easily Asta can solo every single game mode. And on the topic of this update, I'm gonna be honest, I think this update was fine. Like, it wasn't super mid. We did get a lot of good characters. I don't watch Black Clover, so I didn't know any of them, but I know we got like the Chronos. Time King got an evolution. There's like some dude named Chronos, Crow something. He's like really good. He has like fucking 30 different abilities. Let's place our Asta down and look at him go on max. He is going to be doing 36k off max. That is insane. Let's just place like a random support unit right here. She doesn't, you know, she's not doing much. It's mostly Asta doing all the work. Look at that, 36k every 4.35 seconds with 35 range. Oh my god. He also has slow, which is actually kind of surprising. Why does Asta have that? I don't know, but I'm not really going to complain. Yeah, as I was saying, this was a pretty chill update. I personally don't like it when they do a legend stage and a raid in the same update, because it's kind of just like, bruh, give me tokens. I prefer it when they do like one or the other, but still, more content is more content, so I'm not going to complain about that too much. And let's get our farms maxed out and watch our Asta with glitched and mastery inch. I was trying to get a glorious on him, but dude, honestly, getting dusk pearls, I believe that's what they're called in this game, is so like, it's not annoying. There's definitely ways to farm it, but it's like the easiest way to farm it is to do the tournaments, and you can only do that once a week. And then after that, there's like some other miscellaneous sources of getting it, or you could just buy the bundles. The bundles have a fuck ton of them. But I guess the main farmable one is dusk pearls. No, not dusk pearls. The blue ones. What are they called? Just the normal pearls. The temporary ones that go away after 3 days. Those are the easiest ones to farm because you can just macro the infinite for them. But the dusk pearls, the ones that are permanent, oh, those are such a pain to come by. But you know what? It's whatever. I kind of think it's stupid that dusk pearls only last for 3 days though. Like, really? You had no good reason to do that, bro. Like, you just wanted people to buy the bundles so they would get the good pearls. And it looks like Asta isn't struggling at all dealing with these enemies. I can check how much. Yeah, he has over 74.1 million damage. That is insane. Also, like, it's so funny to me that the scaling in ALS is so comedically high. Like, the power, what's it called? I'm drawing a blank here. Well, what's it called when like you keep introducing something that's progressively stronger and stronger because you have to? I can't believe that I'm forgetting what it's called. Oh my god. Okay, well, you guys get exactly what I'm trying to say, right? It is like, so out of whack in this game that even a rare unit, 36.4k damage, is doing like Monarch levels of DPS if this was anime Vanguard. You know how crazy that is? Oh my god. Power creep, there we go. I kept trying to think of the word power creep. Yeah, the power creep in ALS is so insane. It is so insane that it's funny. But I started thinking about this, and I don't know if I'll dedicate a whole separate video to it. I might, if there's people that want to watch it, or if I just need content for the day. But I think ALS, the fact that they are so comedically unbalanced and power crept, is the reason that they're so successful. I think without the high damage numbers, without the insanely easy rerolls, without the units that do hundreds of millions of damage, this game would be 6 feet under. I think their formula for success is how uniquely unbalanced they are, because it's just so fun. You know, placing down my godly Luffy and watching him do, let's see, fucking almost 300 million damage. Look at that, 331 million damage. He does a nuke that has 151 billion damage. Like, sorry about that. My recording software was a little bit jittery, but as I was saying, like, I see Luffy doing these numbers, and it's these insanely high DPS numbers that give you this inexplicable sense of enjoyment when you're playing the game. At least that's how I felt, right? Now, if you guys look at my team right now, in comparison to when I got back into ALS, like, my team in ALS was so trash. Back when I played it a little bit, but I quit because I got bored. My best unit was like a Tatsumaki with glitch, but she didn't even have the second evil. It was just the first Tatsumaki. Now, you know, your boy's been grinding a little bit. I've gotten myself some godly units, gotten some glitch traits. I haven't been really documenting my progress too much, because sometimes you just want to play a game for the fun of it, not really for like any other ulterior motives or to make content or to do this and that. Kind of just wanted to play ALS to progress and have fun, so I never really bothered recording myself. Also, I fucking love Wukong's passive where he just makes little clones of himself. I believe it's up to 10 once you have the Nirvana thing on, but now here's the boss. What other units can I place? I think all of them are maxed out. Can I use this nuke to just insta kill the boss? Okay. Let me move. No! I need to use the cannon quick. Boom. There we go. Anyways, yeah, this boss is dead, and it's all thanks to Asta. This guy is the main attraction. He's the real deal, and without him, we would not have been able to complete the Titan Rush. So I guess, you know, it really does go to show this guy can solo the entire game super duper easily. One of the hardest game modes, and he solos the Colossal Titan without breaking a sweat. Look at that. Absolutely beautiful. But you know what? There might be some non-believers out there that don't think Asta is the greatest unit and the strongest unit in the game. So just for those people, I'm going to go into an even harder game mode with Asta, just to prove to you guys how insanely strong he is. And that game mode is going to be the Monarch Dungeon with every single modifier on. I don't know if which one's harder, the Monarch Dungeon or the Infernal Dungeon. I think the Infernal Dungeon is harder. So I guess, I feel like doing the Monarch one. So what team do I want to bring in for this? Honestly, I think the more DPS units, the better. Especially since your little items get sold later on. So I'll just bring in Esdeath. And the rest of this should be fine. Yeah, let's just get in there. Boom. Start this up and start. Something I will say about ALS, the weekly updates are a breath of fresh air. Like, not every game updates weekly. And with ALS, it's not like you're getting the most insane quality updates of all time. But I will say, if you compare it to how their updates were a while ago, they definitely upped the quality considerably. Everything just looks a lot nicer, smoother, less bugs. So, you know, no complaints from me there. Let's place our Tatsumaki right here. She should be able to deal with these guys pretty easily. But as I was saying, the fact that they update weekly is also one of the things that kind of keep me hooked on the game, just because I need to constantly be farming rerolls or farming, what's it called, stat rerolls or farming something, just so I can be prepared for that next week's update. It's that little constant itch to play the game. It's another one of those things that I really like. Anyways, just so we don't die, let me place our glitched Asta. Oh, look at him go. Look at this bad boy absolutely demolishing everything he touches. But yeah, the fact that there's weekly updates, I really like that. I personally really, really appreciate that. When they add godlies, I don't always, you know, those take me a little while to get. I watch some ALS YouTubers that get it in like a single day, and I commend those guys because Oh my god, when Shinra came out, I really wanted to get him because he seemed pretty good, but it took me like 2 weeks to get him because I didn't macro the Infernal Dungeon, and you had to do a lot of those to get him, and I had to do that 40 times manually, and you know, if I really wanted to, I could have no-lifed it in a day, but I had plans, had things to do. Anyways, I've done this dungeon plenty of times. I already know what the name of the game is here. It's just to space your units out as much as you possibly can, because if you don't, once they start, or like the giant guy starts beating up your units and selling them, oh, come on. That's exactly what I was talking about. Okay, well, it's good to sell him before he destroys it, so at least you get some money back. Let me place this back. I mean, I think we've gotten to the point in ALS where we've gotten so many strong, good units that this dungeon isn't really that hard anymore. But I'm struggling to think of any other content that's super duper hard. I guess you have this. You have the One Punch Man raid. The one that you need to do a bunch of to get the Godly Garo. You also have the Infernal Dungeon. You have Easter egg breaches. Bro, Easter egg breaches were genuinely hard for me when I first started until I figured out a strategy on how to solo them. Obviously, if you're doing it with other people, it's going to be a breeze. But I don't really like playing with other people unless I absolutely have to. Like, I like soloing things, if I'm being honest. And I am able to solo egg breaches with a team that I have. But, like, it's not even that easy. Like, you have to be locked in. You have to be using your abilities. My main strategy for that is to just bring Gojo and Giorno because those are the two really, really good stalling characters. Gojo because he has a little time stop, or his infinity, that you can spam over and over and over again. It's only 40 seconds long, so that plus 3x speed, it is super duper spammable. Plus his passive on when units get close to him, they walk more slowly, makes him incredibly good for stalling. And Giorno, bro. When Giorno got his rework, and I say rework in air quotes because it was more so just like very slight changes more than it was a rework, but I guess we can call it a rework. When Giorno got his rework and he was doing less damage on max, everyone was like, oh, Giorno's gutted. No, what are we gonna do? Giorno sucks now, bro. Like, people just don't oh, I forgot we can't use abilities. Oopsies. Let me just make sure we don't lose here. There we go. Anyways, as I was saying, when Giorno got his rework and he started doing less damage, also, I don't even know if we're gonna be able to beat this, because the enemies regen a lot of health, and I don't know if we have the DPS to deal with that. Oh my. I pray that we do, but if we don't, oh well. As I was saying, oh, you're gonna sell my farm. Okay, whatever. I'm just gonna replace her then. Oop. I keep getting interrupted by the game, but yeah, when Giorno got his rework and he started doing less damage, everybody immediately assumed that he was gutted and he was useless. But in my opinion, I noticed absolutely no difference. Because once you get his little like golden cycle passive up to max and he does his little cycle 10 times, he's still doing over like 560 million damage on max, full AoE, with insane range. Like, he's good. He's fine. And just because he's not doing that damage immediately, you need to have him up and running for a little bit longer, does not mean he's gutted, bro. He's still insanely good. Because his ability, Zero, oh my god. I mean, I'm not an ALS expert, so take my opinion with a grain of salt. I play this game for fun. This isn't really my main tower defense game. I still play it a lot, but I wouldn't call myself the GOAT of ALS. But Giorno's ability, Zero, where he just sends every single enemy in his range back to the start of his range, is invaluable, especially if you're trying to solo egg breaches, because what happens is, my team, I run Shinra, Gojo, Giorno, Benimaru, and Double Farm. My team can definitely take out the bosses, they have enough damage, but they just need more time. And Giorno is perfect, because that's exactly what it gives me, more time. As soon, like, you wait for the bosses to make it all the way to the end of your base, and right before they get there, boom, you pop Zero, every single enemy gets sent to the start, and now you have ample time to do all the damage that you need. So once you do that, you wait for all the bosses to get back into range of your units, and you pop Gojo's nuke. And if you do those steps, you're chilling, bro. You're not gonna have any struggles at all. I don't know if anyone heard that voice crack. We're just gonna pretend it didn't happen. But you get what I mean, right? Like, if you play your cards right with the team that I just talked about, you can solo the hard egg breaches super duper easily. I forgot to mention that. Extreme egg breaches are the ones that are hard. The normal egg breaches, you can macro those easy peasy. Those don't even matter. I'm talking about extreme egg breaches, the ones that you need for the Madoka unit. She's really, really good. I don't have her yet. I'm working towards getting her. I haven't gotten lucky with the drops, but I'm going to hit the pity eventually, so I don't really care. But if you use that strategy that I talked about, bro, you're golden, bro. Absolutely chilling. And I really hope my Wukong doesn't get sold. Because if he does, I'm going to lose out on all these clones, and I'm going to be so sad. As Death is also a pretty good unit. I think the last update that we had before the Black Clover update was the Easter update. Oh, no. Wukong. Oh, my God. Why would you do that to me? Why would you do this to me? That is so annoying. Whatever. Let me just place Luffy down with this and upgrade my Wukong as much as I can. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we have the damage to deal with this. I don't think we do, guys. You know, it seems like glitched, mastery, max level, brand new 0.03% unit. Asta is actually not strong enough to deal with this boss. Oh my goodness. That is certainly an unfortunate sight to see. Because Luffy, I mean, let me see. I can pop Concert. That's already on, though. Yeah, and we can't use this because abilities are disabled, so... I mean, we're doing a lot of damage, but he just keeps regenerating. I think we're slowly chipping away at his health, like slowly but surely. I do see this number going down. But I think by the time that he walks all the way to the end, he's going to be out of range of our units anyway. I think I'm going to call it a video for now. I definitely want to make another ALS video just... Oh, wait. Hold on. Are they low-key locking in? I mean, if Wukong does his thing, Luffy does his thing, and if only I could use this ability! Anyways, I don't really care if we win or lose, to be honest. But yeah, I definitely want to make another ALS video, just dedicated to talking about how their recipe for success is so weird. Like, they genuinely caught me off guard with how consistent these guys have been. Like, they casually have 30 to 40k players at all times, no matter what. Even when Anime Adventures was at like peak hype, these dudes had players. Like, I don't know, but Brandon definitely knows what he's doing. With all that being said, I think that's going to be it for me. Have a great day or night wherever you are. Let me know in the comments what your favorite ALS unit is. Currently, I think mine is Luffy. I really like Luffy. But that's it for me. We will catch you in the next one.